All right. So we already went how and why ape was created and the plan to have the dilution through the merger. We already went through that. We already went through the other one, which is what's going to happen if the vote from us is no, and what happens if it's yes, it goes forward. So we both understand that they're going to create obviously ape 2.0, which is more ape or more AMC. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do the whole thing. The question is, what are they going to do to continue to suppress this price? Let's say they have to go with the vote. Let's say they get no, they can't do it, and they issue more ape. Well, that buys them time. I mean, AMC is going to have a run up because obviously now it's really tight. But the thing is, they're going to come out with more synthetics. I think that if they don't get the merger, if they don't get that whole scenario like what they want, the merging, getting rid of ape and turning into AMC and adding more shares, I'm thinking that, and they're going to have to because there's nowhere around it, you're going to see a run up in AMC, which will drag ape further up. Even though there's more ape, you will see a run up because God knows how many shares of AMC are needed, real and synthetic-ish. And for people that go, but how do you know it's synthetic? It's because there's way too many things pointing to the possibility of synthetics. Just the price action alone that you've seen for so many years, and so many failed to deliver, and the threshold list, and the FTX coins, and moved over to Binance, and then it's just you get to the point, the fact that there was 400 million shares that Bankman said he had at the same time that we were 90% of the float, which doesn't make any sense. And at the end of the day, like, I didn't watch Al's video, but somebody said that, they sent me a clip of it, and I was just like, he was saying that, that they could take the coins against the company's shares and they could lend them out even though they don't sell them. I get that, whatever, but here's the thing. You got to understand, Bankman did say 400 million shares. At the same time, we were 90% of the float. I think what's going to have to be covered, because remember, the more time until this cleanup operation happens, the bigger this gets. And the bigger this gets, let's say, for example, tomorrow I take 100 grand and I buy all AMC. Okay, am I going to get AMC shares? You and I both know, no. We're going to get one of those. I got you. But the thing is, those I got yous, they're going to get done. And it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Especially if we have a run up and people come in FOMO style. So what are they going to try to do? I think that you're going to see I hate saying it this way. There's no stopping them. There's none. Okay? There's none. You're gonna see levels of shares that are available to borrow like at a level that we've never seen before. Because as this gets bigger, the brazenness of what they do is getting bigger. Listen, how could it be when we first started this is the most heavily shorted stock, nobody was selling, people were buying on a daily basis, but the price wasn't going up. And then finally the price did go up, and the only thing that could stop it was Popcorn & Co. dropping shares on June 2nd. And then came all of, well, wait a minute. Remember, June 5th, from what we're putting together, Popcorn gave the green light for those FTX tokens that were redeemable for AMC common stocks, which were in our possession, because they weren't in his possession. Remember, Popcorn & Co., the executives, they were dropping their shares. So we were the only ones that had those shares. So what were they redeemable in? Whatever. Please understand that going forward, this is going to be, if people wonder what's that sound, there is a medical center next to where I'm at, and they have an oxygen tank, a giant one compressed. So it's just like, like supplemental. So you hear that every now and then. So it'll be gone in a day or two, but so will I. I think what you're going to see is like, you remember in Spaceballs, Ludicrous Speed, where you're going to see ludicrous, like, nefariousness, fuckery, like you're going to see at that level. So I'm just telling people from the get-go, please understand, if they don't get what they want now, which was already in the bag for them, you can expect them to do some cowboy shit. Like, I mean, like, whatever. We already know that if AMC was to start running like crazy, we already know brokers will stop us from buying in. because that's already happened to GameStop and nothing happened. Okay, we already know all this. We know we're on the other side and nobody's gonna come save us. Even those FTX tokens that are the wallets that are on Binance, they're there. Now we know that they're active. Now we know that they're swimming around at the same time. We're having days where a lot of shares all of a sudden pop up available to borrow. We know they're active. Can we do anything about them? No. What's the sense of acting popcorn? Hey, do you know about those token wallets? He's gonna go, first of all, he probably won't even answer, but then he's probably gonna go, no, I don't. I don't know anything about them. So it doesn't matter. We can't do nothing about them. So I'll save everybody a ton of headaches. Let's just agree they're there, they're being used, and at the end of the day, nothing could be done. The only thing that we have on our side is if they don't get that vote and we don't give them our shares, and in the time between them insulating themselves with more ape or the actual AMC conversion, if there's a run up during that time and they're not ready to contain it, that's where we're at right now. At a certain point, you look at this and you're like, okay, how can we continue with this whole stupid, diabolical thing? Because that's what it is. You know, he's not saying I love apes now, right? Now that everybody starts to get the big picture of what's going on, now you understand everything right now. That's when they created ape. I was like, what's the sense? Why did I come back? Because we were going to have that reverse. But so I said, okay, I'll ride up ape because of the price gap, because they're going to buy up ape and then they're going to convert over. And then on the other side, I know that there's still going to be a lot of covering that has to be done. So I'll take a bump up on that. Then we find out, obviously, how they did this, and the Allegheny came in and it was like, yo, dog, you can't have that voting rights. And all of a sudden this became interesting because AMC, it's hard to short, no shares available, cost to borrow is hard. There was no shares, all of a sudden the shares popping up. They're trying everything they can to keep these two dogs down, including ape, even dropping shares. But I think everybody is now seeing it, but it's okay. We're seeing it. It's like, listen, I learned when I was a kid, you're not going to win every fight. But the last thing you do is quit in front of a monster and let him beat you to death. You got to make sure that you beat that monster to the fullest level that you can. So this way, you may not win, but you'll get his respect. And then you'll have respect for yourself. What happens is in this play now, we don't have nobody stepping in going, okay, we're doing a formal investigation into this. And neither do we want that, because technically speaking, our shares will be parked and all of a sudden we'll be like waiting for a court decision. That's also not good. So technically we're at a position right now that, you know, you don't want to quit. And I don't suggest, you know, you do or don't, whatever, but please understand what we have going forward. They're going to do some ridiculous, diabolical whatever, and the brokers are going to join them if they have a run. They anticipate buttons missing, all kinds of stuff. This is where we're at right now. Like I said, I've never seen a play like this before, because there is no play like this before. Nothing. And for the people in GameStop, you're getting screwed also with those wallets as well. So, giant hugs and more bits later. Maybe.